Welcome to today's strength-inspired cardio workout. Today, I'm going to be taking you through something called a dumbbell complex. Chances are you've never done this before, and that's okay. I'm here to take you the whole way through. My job as your tour guide is to point out things you probably would have missed otherwise, show you how to modify, and generally give you somebody to yell at when things get a little tough. So let's get moving, let's get warmed up. It's a rainy, cold day here in LA, so we're going to warm up slowly. I like warming up top to bottom, right? If your knees are creaky like mine tend to get these days, starting top to bottom can be a whole lot easier. So as we're doing these, heart rate's gonna come up. I'm gonna guide you through this little warm up, and then I'm gonna explain the whole workout. All right, let's move into some crossover. So a dumbbell complex is simply, you're picking up two dumbbells once we start, and you're never putting them down until we're done, right? And what this does is it takes strength movements and turns them into really, really sneaky cardio. So you've probably seen a lot of cardio workouts. Let's get into some slow squats here. I'm gonna keep talking through it. Let me point something out to you real quick though. Hips go back always on first part of the squat. A lot of my clients have knee issues. That's because this happens, right? Or knee pain doing squats. That's because this happens. We need hips to go back. So sit back like you're sitting in a chair, pause at that low point, pause there, and then come up, right? And if you're like me and can appreciate some extra holds, this is a really, really good way to get the muscles warmer without those joints grinding, especially if you're cold at the moment. Heart rate's coming up. So we're gonna do these for another 20 or 30 seconds. Stick with me here. So complex, we're gonna be moving through all your major muscle groups: legs, back, chest, shoulders, triceps, biceps, in that order. No core today. Let's do one more of these here. And what you're gonna notice, it's nice, is we're not gonna be jumping around. This is not some, let's see how fast we can move and how much we can do cardio workout. Not that at all. Let's get into that next stretch here. Step back, hinge, push your hips back, reach for that toe. It's like a toe touch. You don't have to be perfect on form on this because it's not loaded. Alternate, step back, hips hinge back, reach for that shoe, and come up and just move through those. So we're not gonna be jumping around. We're gonna be using the same weights the whole way through. And your heart rate's gonna go crazy. I can promise you that. And what we're gonna do is, let's do two more of these, is we're gonna go through all your major muscle groups twice. And on the second time, we're gonna switch up the exercises for a little variety, a little entertainment. That's what I'm here for. Let's go two more here, just because it feels good. Heart rate's coming up a little bit. And then we'll take a break. So this first round's gonna take us about 10 minutes or so. Come on, shake it out. Let's get a few jumping jacks. Really, really light. If you don't feel like jumping, you can just get your arms going. All right, we're just gonna go here, just super light. Last 20, 30 seconds or so. Trying to breathe through your nose as much as possible. Few more seconds. Okay, so follow along with me. I'm gonna offer modifications. What I want you to do is I'm gonna show you how to do this properly on the first movement. If that works for you, I want you to keep going. If it doesn't, I'm gonna show you modifications. So I'm going 10s today, my friend. I'm a pretty strong dude, right? I can handle more than this. This is cardio. This is not a strength workout, it's cardio. A little goes a long way. So rack up top, once you're pushing them flat on your shoulders, and just like we did in that warm up, butt goes back, sit down into the chair, pause, and come up. This is the speed we're moving, right? Pause, and come on up. If this is the depth you can get to without things hurting, that's okay. I still want that line of movement, so that's your modification. Keep moving, keep going. I'm gonna demonstrate some things. So what we don't wanna see on these is knees buckling in. So I always want that tension in line. Think about knees pointing the same direction as your toes, right? So you never wanna see that, it's bad, right? Keep going here. Everything we do is gonna be about 10 to 12 reps per leg in some cases. So we're almost there, about 3 more. Note how I'm not locking out at the top. Keep that bend, iron in the fire, right? Muscles time under tension. Hold it. And come on up. Don't set those dumbbells down, don't do it. All right, first back movement. Again, hinge back at the hips. What we don't want those dumbbells get out in front. Keep the dumbbells tied to your ankles. Squeeze, stretch. That's what we're doing. Squeeze, stretch. If you need to reset, stand up, reset, push your butt back, get right back in. Squeeze, stretch. I want you to think about pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades, all right? If you're doing that, you're gonna trigger that nice upward curve in the back, which is gonna prevent your low back from taking over, right? A couple more here. Heart rate's coming up, right? If you really want your heart rate to go, talk back to me like we're in the same room together. Is this guy serious? hold it, and come on up. Okay, chest, first part. First movement for chest. Under grip this way. I want a slight bend at the arms. Extend out, squeeze them together. Slow. I don't want you swinging them, right? We don't want this. Get them out in front, squeeze, down slow, okay? Do what you can do. If that's it, that's okay. But what we don't want is to see that angle changing. It's not a curl. Out in front, squeeze, down slow. Control your breathing. What you'll find, legs require the most energy, back the second most energy. This is why we build this workout in this way. So you're kind of able to actively recover as we get into the smaller muscle groups. Breathe through it, deep breaths. Always keeping your core tight. Always, always, always. Shoulder width stance. 2 more here. Last one, squeeze it and hold it. Last one, best one. Good, shake it out. Isn't it weird? You feel burning in different places. Why is my back burning right now? Your whole body's working, there's no rest. Push your dumbbells together, like so. I'll show you again from the side. Directly overhead, big reach, stretch, and extend up. What I don't want to see is elbows flaring out, and we don't want to see the elbows shrinking here. Here, this can be tough. Let's work on it. All right, the further back the elbows are toward the ears, show you from the side, the better. Okay, so yes, you're isolating triceps, the back of the arm here, but your core is working, your upper back's working. This is the beauty of dumbbell complexes. Everything is under fire. A few more here. Big stretch. That stretch at that low point is the key point, right? No real modifications on this one. Just focus on form. Last one here, and bring it down. Let's get into a shoulder. Gave shoulders a little break coming off chest. Let's start it now. So we're starting here, scoop up under. Note the bottom half of my tricep is parallel to the ground. I'm opening up, I'm pressing, I'm down, I'm in. Don't let those elbows drop. Here, down, in. They're gonna wanna do this, don't let them, keep it up. Time under tension, my friend. Who knew that a few light dumbbells could get your heart rate way up there? Doing great, looking good. If you absolutely need a break, set them down, shake it out, put them right back up. But I want you to keep pushing. These are tough. A few more here. My shoulders are on fire. Shoulders are, in fact, the gateway to the upper body. So they don't really get a break. Last one here. Down, just like always, hold it and drop. Simple bicep curl. Okay, so we're gonna go here, under grip. Now, if you want a little extra, if your heart rate's dropping a little bit, you wanna get it back up, get that knee bend, take a wider stance, make space for those dumbbells here. So it doesn't need to be a full squat, but by activating your legs, get that heart rate right back up. Squeeze at the high point. So with dumbbell curls, we don't want stacking. You can kind of hang out all day here. I want you stopping at that high point of tension, which is just past parallel. A lot of people miss that. And contrary to how you might think with workouts, the harder you make it on yourself, the more you are going to get out of it. Bottom line. Bottom line. A few more. 2. Last one, hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring them down. Don't set the dumbbells down. Pace, circle in place. Let out a few screams. Jump up and down. A few deep breaths through the nose, and we're right back into it. So just like we did first round, we're back in the legs. We're going to alternate lunges this time. So keep those dumbbells here. Harder would be holding here. Easier down here. Big step back. Notice the angle of my upper body, right? And this is the tempo. I'm slightly leaned forward, like a straight line from my shoulder, in line with this back leg here. Squeeze. Not about how many you do, it's about how you do it, okay? Pause that low point, drive it up. Pause every time. Neutral spine, right? So I'm not rounding my back. I'm gonna go up for the remainder of the set. We got about halfway through this already, and more than halfway through this first 10-minute circuit. Keep breathing. Up here triggers your core to act a little bit more. Of course, your arms a little more involved. Let's go 3. Last 2 are holding. Come on, burns. 3 seconds. Switch. Hold. 3 seconds. Come on up. Bent over tees. So you're gonna get some rear shoulders on this, some lats. And again, if you need to stand up and reset every time, you can do that. So everything's on the heels once again, pushing my butt back, dropping my chest. Dumbbells stay by the ankles. Don't let them out here because you're gonna get your lower back involved. Here, raise, down. Now, if that's too heavy, too hard, from underneath, you can make it more of a pull apart, more of a reverse fly. I'm gonna try to stay long. If that's too hard, like I said, you can kind of go a little more on the outside. Squeeze and out. The longer you stay, the better. Like I said, reset if you need. Okay, we are in it now, my friend. This is not easy. It's a different way to approach cardio, right? Some variety is key. Let's go. A few more here. Always controlling when you're resisting the weight. Move it quick, control slow. Last one here. And come on up. Okay, I'm gonna give the shoulders a little break. Switch things up. Let's get into some chest again. Okay, so push these together this time. This is called a Sven press. S-V-E-N. Interesting, I know. Push out. Upper ab line. I don't want them up here. It's slow this way. Try to get a full lock. Slow in. Sneaky tough. I know. Sneaky, sneaky tough. I'm shaking, right? Been doing this for quite some time. That's what you want. Your body's having to work. It's having to adapt. That is when we see change. That's when we become something different, which is why we're here. You can do it. If it gets too hard halfway, you need to drop to one dumbbell. It's okay. Do what you can do. A couple more here. 2. Last one. And good. Let's get into some biceps again, okay? We're gonna go then into shoulders, then into triceps. So over grip, like you're cranking on the, I don't ride motorcycles. I'm not tough. I don't know what it's called. But like you're cranking a motorcycle, right? Keep the elbows pinched to the sides. Up, down slow. Up, down slow. Notice my elbows. I'm not letting them pull back. Keep them right where they are. And at this point, you're feeling everything. You're like, is this biceps? Is this shoulders? You know, what's for lunch? I'm tired. You just got to keep going. Got to keep moving. You're doing well. Just for showing up today. That is half the battle, my friends. Not about being perfect. Stepping through the door. A few more here. Outside of those biceps. Screaming forearms. I know it. Last one. Hold it. 3, 2. Woo. Shoulders. Basic lateral raise. Basic foundational movement. So I'm going to show you from the front. Going out. Like trying to fly away from this dumbbell complex, right? Nice and slow. Elbows to the side. Down slow. Out to the side. Down slow. What we don't want is this. And I don't want you doing all this stuff. If you need to modify, bend your arms a little more and get the elbows up. That's what it's about. It's the elbow height. I don't want this. Elbow height. A few more here. Last 3, 2. Last 1. Let's hold it if you can. And good. Last part of this complex. Then we get to get some water and take a little break. Hips go back. Lower yourself again. That deadlift posture like we've been using this first series. Elbows up. Kick. Drop. Simple but tough. Rear shoulders firing and stability on this. And of course, lighting up the triceps. Try to get that height without throwing them, right? If you need to reset, if your lower back's kicking in, that's okay. Get your hips back, keep that upward curve. Elbows high, kick, squeeze, in. Squeeze, in. Few more. Last 3, 2, you got it. Finish strong. Last one, best one, hold it. 3, 2, and drop. Set those dumbbells down. Tough, right? Great work on round 1. What you're gonna do here is get a sip of water, take a minute, no more, no less. Give yourself a minute. You wanna be fully recovered, and we're getting back in. Repeat this whole series 2 times, 3 if you're a superhero. Keep those rests short. Don't set those dumbbells down. Great work. Let me know what you think.